Welcome to Tabletop Battle Adventures D-Day 0730 hours, turn 15. This is part 11. And this here on Omaha Beach, all the U.S. forces from the 2nd Rangers from the far right flank about to mid-table have all received their orders for this turn. One soldier here from 2nd Rangers, 2nd Platoon, 2nd Squad Leader, center screen in the water. He's on ambush, but every other unit from the 743rd Tank Battalion, Company A, has received their orders, and also all soldiers from the 116th Infantry, Company A, 1st Platoon, which is from the far right flank all the way to about mid-table. As for the Germans, a few soldiers are going to stay on ambush. The back of this bunker, there's a, if I get a view over here, there's a flamethrower team. Also 3 soldiers here from 916th Grenadiers, 1st Platoon, 1st Section. They're going to stay on ambush. And then our first dice tonight, before we get to the next dice, this is German, but I think we're going to have an ambush right here in this bunker. 1st Platoon, 2nd Section. I believe that's the assistant leader. At the end there, he's on ambush. He has an assault rifle. He's going to spring his ambush. He'll open fire. From his angle, he really only has shots on the 116th Infantry, either the heavy machine gun team on the far right, or it'll be the far left flank for the U.S. forces. But I think we're going to go for the MMG team instead, who has no pin markers yet. So he'll be meeting its long range and then out of range beyond the normal allowed range. So there'll be 6s to hit. This is with those missed shots, the remaining 916 Grenadiers that I mentioned, plus in this bunker, the 2nd Platoon, 1st Section LMG team, they'll stay on ambush there. They don't have a very good shot yet between the two bunkers. They're going to have to wait for the Rangers to move forward a little bit more. So that's everybody over here that's going to act for this turn. I believe everyone else is going to stay on ambush. So now the rest of the orders for this turn will be here on the hedgerows and Carentan table. For all the details, you got to go back and watch turn 15 introduction video, and that will tell you all the different positions for the different platoons, casualties, objectives, and who holds them. And we're going to get right to the next order dice. German. 6 Fallschirmjäger, 1st Section soldier on the end will go on ambush. He's on ambush, plus the 6 Fallschirmjäger 1st Section assistant leader, Sergeant Jarl. And then also 1st Section LMG team is on ambush. Oh wait, no, they advanced actually. It's actually just these 2 on ambush. Plus this one of the 3 survivors from the 1058th Grenadiers, 2nd Section. The LMG gunner here is on ambush. Sergeant Ronald's half-track's on ambush. And the other 2 survivors from 2nd Section of the 1058th Grenadiers here in the hard cover. Both assault rifles and Panzerfaust, or 1 Panzerfaust. Yeah. So a lot of guys on ambush, waiting for the 506 soldiers to make a second push through this garden, trying to push the Germans back. Next dice. 506 2nd Squad soldier with an SMG, standing next to 3rd Squad leader Sergeant Jake McNeese. The soldier's going to receive an advance order. He's going to move slow and low, basically army crawling on his belly. So he's only going to move 4 inches instead of advancing for 6. And that's so he can remain hidden in the garden and not be able to be seen until he's within 4 inches if he stays hidden as planned. Ooh, I know really, they could see each other, but I'm running this garden as similar to a hedgerow where it's thick garden and only 4-inch visibility within the garden. Oh, that reminds me, all of the Germans and US soldiers who are in hedgerows are hidden at this time, except for the 506 2nd Squad Soldier LMG team here, who barely escaped getting blasted in part 10 of this turn by First Lieutenant Eulander's Puma. 1058 Grenadiers, 3rd Section. I believe that's the 3rd Section leader. Oh, so many characters in the beginning. Anyways, he's going to. They have 2 pins. He has a soldier attached to him from 3rd Section with a rifle, and he's. What does he have? He has a. I believe that's an MP40. So I think he's got a submachine gun. So anyways, they have 2 pin markers, so they're going to need to take an orders test. Snag some dice here, and then they're going to advance. I think they're going to. Everybody over here is already acted. Second. Yeah, they've already received orders, so I think we're going to advance, except for this BAR soldier here that's trying to fall back. I think we're going to advance after him and put some bullets in his back. They'll need a test. They're around Sergeant Gerald's half-track, plus First Lieutenant Eulander's Puma, plus Sergeant Martin's his name, and he's a NCO also, so we'll be testing at a 10 and under. That's going to be a pass. Okay, they've advanced into the hedgerow. They're not going to go to their max advance. They're just going to make sure they're within 4 inches. Oh, wait, they can see out regularly, can't they? Oh, no, they're staying in the hedgerow, so 4-inch visibility. And they're going to go for that BAR soldier who's right in front of them, because he's the only one who hasn't received an orders dice. Sergeant Caleb, the sniper, already acted. And also, they're not within 4 inches to spot Sergeant Caleb anyways. And then the 2nd Squad LMG team here. They could shoot at them, but I think we want to try to do something to this BAR soldier from 2nd Squad. Alright, so let's see, the SMG will be hitting on 3s, 1 pin marker 4s, single man 5s. Will he go down? Make it 7s. Yeah, we'll go down. Actually, even with him going down, I think it's still 6, not 7s, because SMG would be 3s, pin marker 4s, single man 5s, but under 6 inches. Okay, yeah, so it'd be 3s normally, 4s for the pin marker, single man 5s, going down 7s, but close range 6s. So the SMG from 3rd section leader is going to be on 6s. 2 misses. And then that means the rifle, that would get the movement penalty, so that would be on 7s. Soldier's going to survive. And the German's position is now no longer hidden. So now we have 2 units in the hedgerows that are not hidden. 6 Fallschirmjäger, 1st section, 2 soldiers with assault rifles and Panzerfausts. They're going to go on ambush. 6 Fallschirmjäger, 3rd section, assistant leader Sergeant Thor will go on ambush. 6 Fallschirmjäger, 3rd section, 2 soldiers with rifles and Panzerfausts will receive an advance order, hop over the wall, and take defensive position here. And the D6s, brown D6s represent the the grenades held by the Germans. And the green D6s represent the grenades held by the U.S. forces. 1058 Grenadiers, platoon commander, First Lieutenant Kreutner and his radio operator. From his position, he still has he has line of sight on this hedgerow here. So he's going to call in a mortar strike right on the position in the corner where the first bazooka team is located, center screen. And he's going to radio over to the 6th Fallschirmjäger medium mortar. We're looking for a new target, and he's going to give them a fire order and order them to fire on that hedgerow that the 1058 Grenadiers have evacuated. They're going to be looking for a 6. Bazooka team will not go down because this airstrike marker here, there's not airstrike, an artillery strike is going to be coming in here. So these 506 soldiers from first squad heavy weapons and second squad assistant leader Sergeant Adam, they're going to need to. Oh, and there's first squad assistant leader Sergeant Stephen also. They're going to need to get forward or backwards away from that spot before next turn. So they're not going to go down. Looking for a 6. And miss. Let's get 2d6 and a scatter dice and see where it's going to land. The medium mortar round. Mortar's going to land somewhere. 6 inches. So it looks like it's just going to do some further damage to the destroyed bridge. It actually came pretty close to landing on the first medium machine gun team, but all good. They'll need a 5 next time. First Lieutenant Kreutner's second order dice, he's going to order the 1058 sniper to advance out of the window, just basically back into the room. You know what I'll probably do is have him head over to this doorway over here for now. Because next turn, I forget which mortar it is, but either the medium mortar or the light mortar for the 506 are going to be hitting on a 5, his window. And then the other mortar is going to be hitting the far left second floor window, which has the 1058 third section LMG team. So I think, the sniper's going to just fall back and then get a new position where, actually, I'm going to move him to the middle window. There we go. He's hidden once again. Third squad leader Sergeant Jake McNeese for the 506 will receive an advance order. He will only move 4 inches forward. He is going to crawl and remain hidden. Try to move up as close as we can to the Germans before being spotted. He will not open fire. I don't believe he could see out of there anyways, since this German's hidden. 6th Fallschirmjäger, 3rd section LMG team will advance up the stairs. They're going to get into the second floor up here where the 6th Fallschirmjäger Panzerschreck team is at. And also in the attic is still Sergeant Neiman of the 6th Fallschirmjäger sniper. But anyways, they're going to advance up the stairs. 6th Fallschirmjäger platoon leader 1st Lieutenant Reese will, I guess, he's just going to go on ambush for now, like most of the soldiers on this left flank for the Germans. Kind of like his position where he's at. He can help out quite a bit from where he's at, I think, for now. Don't know that there's a better position. Yep, on ambush. This German's left flank is pretty strong. Hard cover, hidden armor support. And then there's another line of defense, right? Not very far away. More 6th Fallschirmjäger 1st section soldiers and then 3rd section soldiers. Be tough to get past all these defenses. 506 platoon sergeant David receives advance order. He's going to stay in the hedgerow and just creep forward 4 inches, staying hidden in the hedgerow. Three soldiers with SMGs. Then we got another soldier. Actually, he's got a rifle in the corn. soldier with a BAR. Right behind them, LMG team from 2nd section. Second squad, and second squad leader Sergeant Braden, and then platoon commander Captain Carey. Also got the flamethrower team on ambush, which is really the one reason why I haven't assaulted in with this. Well, and the bazooka team, but that bazooka team's second bazooka team is not on ambush. So, but third squad assistant leader Sergeant Brandon is on ambush for next turn. So I'll be able to give out some dice right away. They might be able to push through the Germans' flank this time. 506's objectives, one of them is to get to these two bridges here that lead into Carentan and destroy them, at least one of them, before the German armor reinforcements turn 24 can start heading into Carentan from the far side of the town and roll right over the top of the 506 remnants if the armor and infantry reinforcements from Omaha Beach have not made it to the 506 rescue yet. Another objective for the 506 is the river lock, which is open for this whole battle, held by the 6th Fallschirmjäger, currently soldiers from 2nd section there. And the river is flooding all of these green fields, 4 green fields here. Infantry, 6-inch advance, no run, and no vehicles at all. The brown fields are regular movement. Sixth Fallschirmjäger, 1st section leader, Sergeant Carl, will go on ambush. There we go. There actually is one more order dice to give out on Omaha Beach, and it is for the Navy boat. The Navy boat will receive a fire order, and they're going to target. I think there's a lot of critical targets that they could go for. A lot of great targets, but I think actually we're going to go for the heavy mortar back there, because they're going to be hitting the 2nd platoon leader in the Jackson, who's immobilized, on a 2 this next turn. So let's see. So anything but it's a 3-up for the Navy gunboat, and then we'll roll to see if it's either a 3-inch or a 4-inch. Or so wouldn't that be 3-inch HE or 4-inch HE? Here we go. Unbelievable. 2d6 and a scatter dice for the miss. Alright, let's see where that miss is going to end up. Might have ended up in a great spot. Let's get the tape measure out. Alright, let's see. I think my angle's true. Right from the middle. Oh man, these lucky dogs. I don't think it's going to hit. It's going to land on the upper level. Take the tree out, but that's it. If it had landed in the trench, then heck yeah, it would have been within a 3 or 4-inch template, but blowing up there on the ridge. Lucky Germans. Oh, they got so lucky. Really, the U.S. forces, well, the Jackson 2nd platoon leader really needed that to work out. Back over to the hedgerows table. Battlefield, I mean. The 1058 Grenadiers 3rd section LMG team that's in the window here, since they have a mortar, it's going to be hitting them, 506 medium mortar, I believe, is going to be hitting them on a 5 next turn. We're going to go ahead and spring their ambush, and we won't be able to switch over to the other window because that window is being hit on a 5 also next turn. So we'll just pull them, we'll just advance them back on the other side of the platoon commander, First Lieutenant Kreutner. There we go. Now they're out of immediate threat. Now the mortars could still fire at that window and the one where the sniper used to be far left window, but all it will do is damage the building now, so they'll probably just switch their targets, maybe go back to the middle window, maybe the balcony with 1058 3rd Section Assistant Leader Sergeant Logan. We'll see what they do. 506 1st Medium Machine Gun Team will receive an advance order. They're going to turn position, and actually they will be able to open up on the 1058 3rd Section Leader, Sergeant Martin, and the soldier with him. You can actually only see Sergeant Martin, but that's enough. They can open fire because they gave their position away. It'll be in hard cover, but there's a chance. On second thought, they'll receive a run order and advance 4 inches into the hedgerow. I want to get in a spot where we can be hidden. So we're going to be 5 inches away from the German who's on the ground there. Make sure we can not get spotted first this next turn. Or should we do it and just go for it? All hell's about to break loose over here anyways, so we'll go for it. We are going to move within 4 inches. We'll move the max we can, 4 inches toward the enemy soldier. There we go. They are still hidden, but at the beginning of this next turn, 0800 hours, turn 16, the German, so is that 1058 1st Section Leader, Sergeant Michael, he and his dog there, and we'll be able to spot the U.S. forces as long as they're within 4 inches, which they are, or he is. So, be a nasty shootout coming up. Sergeant Travis's M8 scout car receives a fire order. He's going to fire the MMG instead of the light AT because the light AT could end up hitting his own men. So we're gonna go with the MMG. 5 shots. Get a measure. So he'll be hitting on 3s and then hard cover for those guys being in the hedgerow. So looking for 5s. 2 hits. Back to 2 pin markers. Ooh, got lucky. A 4 would have been wounds, but 3 is just a pin. Alright, now the heavy machine gun on top. Needing 3s, and then it's hard cover is reduced to soft cover with the heavy weapon. So that's going to be just 4s this time. 3 shots. Oh, we got 3 hits. Uh-oh. Alright, up to 3 pins now for the 3rd Section Leader. And the heavy weapon. So now we'll be dying on 4-ups, wounded on 3s. Oh. Both killed. I should not have moved them up like that. That was a pointless deaths. 2 dead Germans. Nice shooting. The 57mm AT gun and crew will receive a run order, and they're going to advance their gun forward 6 inches. There we go. They're going to have a lot more options soon, including being able to fire all the way down the road. I don't know if they can see the river lock. I don't think they want to knock it out, though, and then they can't shut it off. But they could definitely put some fire down on these defenders now. Or if these men here show their position, or get them a little bit closer, I might be able to put fire in on this building. Maybe we'll be able to. Maybe I'll move them forward one more time next turn. 6th Fallschirmjäger, 2nd Section Leader, Sergeant Hans in the center will go on ambush. 506 Platoon Leader, 1st Lieutenant Corey, his radio operator and messenger receive an advance order. They're going to move up and prepare to support this left flank attack, and also hopefully survive the artillery strike next turn. Oh, also the platoon leader's messenger is going to pick up this grenade as they walk by from the dead 1st Squad Leader, Sergeant Bryan. They have 4 grenades now. 6th Fallschirmjäger, 2nd Section Assistant Leader, Sergeant Hauser is going to receive an advance order. He's going to scout through the hedgerow, try to locate where the U.S. paratroopers are. All right, so since he's gonna get shot at anyways, all of these soldiers are hidden in the hedgerow. However, he would be able to shoot. Well, the MMG team's hidden, so actually maybe he wouldn't. He'd have to move up to the front. Yeah, no, he won't be able to shoot yet because he's not looking out of the hedgerow. He's looking through the hedgerow, so he'll just stay hidden. He's 5 inches away from this soldier, so basically when this soldier moves forward, they're going to spot each other. U.S. force will open fire. We've got 2 soldiers on the ambush here. It's about to be a firefight. Can't be avoided. It's coming up. Okay, one of the only first squad soldiers who survived for the 506 is this soldier in the front of the stack. So he's one of the survivors from first squad, and then the LMG gunner is another survivor from first squad. I think the loader was already killed, and then the loader got killed. I think somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember, but yeah. So I think there's only those 3, and then the first squad assistant leader, Sergeant Steven. Oh, you know what? I think this LMG gunners or this LMG guy on the ground. I think he's still alive. Yeah, I'm thinking that loader's still alive that was tumbled off the edge there. I don't remember him dying. So, all right. Anyway, so there's only 4 soldiers out of the original 12 from first squad that are still alive. So we're gonna push this man forward, and I think instead of firing on the German as he spots him, he's gonna actually toss a grenade at him. Hopefully, that'll be a quiet. It'll be a loud kill, but it won't give away the soldier's position as a rifle fire because he's throwing the grenade versus firing his weapon. Alright, he's moved up and he's spotted the German, and he's going to toss a grenade at him. He's going to need a 3 movement 4, close range 3, single man 4. A 50% chance here. He misses. It'll be 1d6 with the scatter dice. Hopefully it doesn't bounce back on him. Nope. Looks like it bounces off his helmet and flies into the road. Well, the U.S. soldier is still hidden, but well, not really. He's hidden for this turn, but next turn the German will be able to yell out his position. And missed. Next up, second squad assistant leader, Sergeant Adam. He's going to receive an advance order. He's got 2 grenades also. He's going to advance up and toss a grenade at the German as well. I want to keep them hidden, get them up as close as we can before we give away our position with any kind of gunfire. Now this time, the soldier here, he's not going to get the movement penalty, so he's going to be hit on a 3. And it's being that he's a assault. He's got the SMG, so it'll be 3. Single man 4, close range 3. Oh, he misses the grenade. All right, 1d6 and a scatter dice. Where's the grenade go? Oh, misses on the other side of him. This is not good. It's not looking good here. Next dice. First bazooka team receive an advance order, and they're the unit that's under the 6 Fallschirmjäger medium mortar team's marker and the artillery strike. So they're definitely going to get pushed forward. So now the artillery strike's just coming in on a spot, and the mortar round is only coming in on a spot. I mean, the LMG team there is pretty close to the danger zone. So bazooka, they will not be able to fire at the Puma because there's a hedgerow in between. The hedgerow's block line of sight. So he can't take a shot there. So I think he won't take a shot at all then because you don't want to give up his hidden position. Unlike second squad assistant leader in front of him and first squad soldier are not hidden anymore. Well, at least not next turn now that they've been spotted by the German. I think this first squad LMG team is actually going to hold position since they're not under the direct mortar fire or on the position of the artillery strike. They're going to go on ambush. I think they're going to be needed soon. With them and the one soldier manning the medium machine gun, should be able to overwhelm these Germans if they spring their, well, when they spring their ambushes. Back on Omaha Beach, I had one order dice for the Germans left. I could figure out where it went. Looked on both battlefields. I think it was this 916th Grenadiers 2nd Section LMG team at the end of the trench. I think they have not fired. And I'm doing this, live right now, so I can't go back and watch the videos. So they're gonna get to shoot twice if I'm shooting twice, or if not, then yeah, they're getting their shots here. And I think for their target, they're gonna go for a difficult shot because I really don't want this sniper here picking us off. So he's center screen in front of the heavy mortar. So it's gonna be, I'm thinking he's 7s. Oh, maybe I shouldn't go for him. Get a measure. Okay, so it's under 36 inches. So it's going to be 3s normally, and long range 4s, single man 5s, and soft cover 6s. The reason soft cover, he's directly behind a beach obstacle, which will give him soft cover. So we're looking for 6s to hit this man. We got one reroll. Miss. And with that, I believe made it through 0730 hours, turn 15. Okay. So everyone's received their orders dice. The Germans will have one less order dice next turn instead of 77, 76, because the 1058 3rd section leader and that soldier were killed by Sergeant Travis's M8 scout car. So finally, order dice down. 76 order dice to, I think the U.S. still have 100 order dice. But that was, wow, it was an epic turn. It'll be a lot nastier, bloodier this next turn, though. And so the next, in about 3 nights, I'll do a introduction video for 0800 hours, turn 16. And we'll talk about who's going to stay on ambush and platoon positions, objectives, who holds the objectives, casualties for each platoon, and keep going. Few soldiers are going to stay on ambush, though. We're going to leave these 3 soldiers with SMGs on ambush down here. Prepare for the Rangers to get around that wall. The flamethrower team will be on ambush. Who else is still on ambush over here? Not many soldiers. Oh, here on ambush. Yeah, in the bunker. LMG team. I think that's it for the Germans. And then over here is just 1 soldier on ambush. 2nd platoon. 2nd platoon, 2nd squad leader. Their center screen. Yeah, then on this battlefield, I think we're only going to have the flamethrower team for the 506 remain on ambush. 3rd squad assistant leader Sergeant Brandon on ambush. Sergeant Jory, I think he's going to remain on ambush also. But he probably does have a shot going this way. Yeah, he'll be able to shoot eventually through that direction. And the LMG first squad LMG team will start on ambush next. That's it for the U.S. forces, I think, over here. And then the Germans will have quite a few on ambush, but we'll go over that. Some of them will stay on ambush, some won't. But whew, that's going to wrap it up for me for tonight. This has been an epic turn. I'm looking forward to saying 0800 hours, turn 16. Wow. A lot of battles still to go. The big fight this next turn on this flank or the turn after. And on the left flank for the 506 and right flank for the Germans, it's going to be a hot fight over here this next turn. Oh, well, you know what? There will be still 77 German order dice, I think. Because I'll be able to divvy out. I can always split up a unit. I don't make the units fixed. You can split them off however you need to. Sometimes a NCO needs to send a single man scout ahead, and therefore you'll have still 77 order dice most likely for the Germans and 100 for the US. But all right, catch you next time for introduction video for turn 16, 0800 hours.